Right, Ronnie, I've got one of the all-time great South London amateur boxers waiting to get into the studio. I've got Clinton McKenzie waiting here, and I tell you what,
give him regards.
No,
and he was also a top pro who the American didn't want to box. Simple as that.
Clinton, who as he was nicknamed. But the point I'm trying to get to, you keep talking, is he's looking at his watch. I've promised him 20 minutes. You're staying on the radio. Everyone's glaring at me. I've had nothing to eat since 10 o'clock in the morning. I can't even get a glass of water. So you're going to have to do your 30-second roundup. What's coming up this week? Go now. But first of all, a special live guest. I've already given it away. That means he's here in the studio. He's a genuine legend in my books. Not one of those guys that wins a British title after 9 fights and then retires after 12. No, that's not a legend. That's a kid that's got a little bit of talent. Okay, and I grew up watching him win the South East Divs, London titles, ABA titles, watched him at the Olympics, watched him as a pro winning a succession of titles. And during the last 20-odd years, I bumped into him in dozens and dozens of places at dozens of different things. The last time I saw him was sadly at Gary Mason's funeral a month or so ago, probably 2 months ago now. He's got a book out, and he's arrived in the studio, and I can't see any book, so maybe the book isn't out, maybe it's coming out. It's the man in the flesh himself, Clinton McKenzie. How are you, Clinton?
I'm very pleased to meet you.
Clint, where's the book?
The book, it's out. It's in the shops.
Why haven't you brought me one to look at?
No, Steve, listen. Don't make me laugh. God.
Well, you're allowed to laugh.
I'm coming to talk to you about the book, right? I haven't got the book with me. It's on its way. You can order it from Amazon. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, well,
order it. Listen, Steve, listen. Don't start.
Clinton, I will order it,
yeah,
but
good.
I thought I might get to look at one.
I know.
Like before I ordered it.
Listen, Steve, listen. I knew. As soon as I walked in it, I knew you was going to start.
Clinton, we'll talk about the book. We're going to talk about the book first.
Right, we'll talk about the book.
You know,
later,
listen, I would never stitch up.
Sure.
Man. It is quite funny, though, you come in for a book review about a book. You appreciate that, don't you? You do see the funny side.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Clinton, tell me what the book's about, first of all.
It's about boxing fitness and how to get fit, just like a boxer. I mean, obviously, you don't get hit, but you do all the training, all the things that a boxer would do. And that's the beauty about it, because, you know, you go in and you do loads of training, but people don't really know the emphasis of boxing training. And I'll tell you, like, the ins and outs, the little bits that you don't know.
Because you've been teaching sort of box, you know, what used to be called boxercise and now sort of white collar boxing. You and Duke you've been teaching it for over 10 years at least, haven't you?
16, 17 years now.
That's a long time, long back.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it because, you know, I'm in my own zone.
Why, for people that never saw Clinton McKenzie fight, if you go and do some YouTube, you're going to watch a guy. And I'm not going to say what he would have done to light welterweights at the moment. I'm not. I'm going to let you watch how good he was. Then you make up your mind, all right? Because you know that's not. You know, trust me, it's neither here nor there. But Clinton, with all that you knew, why didn't you become a pro? I mean, a perfect. You know, why didn't you start working with fighters? Because everything you did was about skill and timing and class. Couldn't you have passed it on to pros, Clinton?
Steve, I am working with the pros, but they're young and up-and-coming guys.
Okay.
And none of them has really got a licence yet, but they're applying for licence. So you will be hearing about my pros in the future.
Oh, good, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, boxing is my passion. Yeah. I want a champion. So I'm working on it.
Well, what's the book called? People can get it on Amazon, can't they?
They can, yeah.
So if they go to Amazon and just type in Clinton McKenzie's book,
Boxing Fitness,
you can get the book that I'm reviewing that I've still not seen.
That's going to haunt me for the rest of my life, isn't it?
Every time I see you, I'm just going to shout, Clint, where's the book?
Yeah.
Clint, before we talk a little bit about your career, how much is the book? Is it a 10 or 8 quid or something?
No, $17.99.
$17.99, okay.
Yeah. So that's how good it is. It's a colour brochure. Loads of lovely pictures in it. Shows you all the different aspects.
Now, where can people train with you? Where's your gym these days?
At Norwood Road.
No, Norwood Road. It's above the old club.
That's it.
Still above that club.
Yeah.
Is that still open, the club? Because my dad.
No, the club isn't open. That's closed down.
That's closed down. Yeah,
that's closed down. Yeah.
They're waiting for a payout. My dad was
really?
That was a member there for a million trillion years. Now, Clinton, let me ask you: when did you first walk into the gym? How old were you? And were you the first of the McKenzie boys to walk into a gym?
I was the first. Me and my brother Winston. We were the first to walk into amateur boxing club.
Was it Sir Philip Game then? Was Sir Philip Game then?
Yeah, boxing club. And my dad encouraged us to sort of box. He used to get us up early in the morning to watch the black and white fights on the TV.
Wow.
And, you know, we were sort of really into it. I mean, my dad, he loved boxing, and he sort of got us boys into it.
Not all of you, the whole lot?
Yeah, all of us. We all got into it. And obviously, we were a bit handy, weren't we?
And you're a bit more than a bit handy. Did you win a schoolboy title? Did you?
I could never win a schoolboy title. I always got to quarter-finals.
And did you just get beat by the same kind of...
That's right.
Yeah,
same
that
guy.
happens. Yeah, that
all
happens.
the time.
Who was it? Can you remember?
A guy called Cox. COX, I think it's spelled.
From where?
I'm
not trying to put you under pressure. It's not a quiz, but because that often happens.
I do understand, but I couldn't get past the quarterfinals.
But once you got a bit older, I mean, what weight were you? What weight were you? Say when you were 12 or 13?
I was 9 stone.
Okay, so you were.
It's about 50,
yeah, but for you were 54 kilos
54
or something.
kilos, yeah.
But so
was about
really,
13.
so your first year in the ABAs, you were probably only 60 lightweight.
I was lightweight.
So
yeah. That's right, but. I was lightweight, then I moved up to light welterweight. I stayed light welterweight for the rest of my career.
For the rest of your career, yeah. So it wasn't much of an improvement weight-wise, was it? You didn't go up that much.
No, I mean I enjoy it because I trained hard and
Yeah.
I did everything. I diet well and did everything I should do. So my weight was pretty stable.
It's a lot of years at the top there, Clinton, wasn't it? 10 years as a pro at the top. We are going to talk about the Olympics. Don't worry. I'm going to go back to the Olympics. Don't worry.
Don't make me laugh.
No. Listen, we're not talking about the book. We're talking about Olympics for now.
Sure.
Clinton, how many ABA titles did you win?
2.
And how many bouts did you have from your first South East London bout to winning at Wembley? Can you remember?
I had 50 amateur fights.
Yeah, wow. To get
It's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all, is it?
Not bad, no.
No. Now, you had a problem before the Olympics in the sense you got. I was telling someone about this today. I did an interview with a young woman from the Roundhouse Project up in North London. And I told her the story because she's doing a piece on some of the amateur boxers who want to go to 2012.
Right.
And of course everyone feels they're being hard done by.
Yeah.
They all think they're being hard done by.
Okay.
They all think, oh no, I'm better than him. and I said, let me tell you something about hard done by. I said, there's two fighters, both from South London, both from Sir Philip Game. They're hard done by. I told the Frankie Lucas story, of course, when he got overlooked and Ken Rimington had to set up an association.
That. Yeah,
that's
that
an amazing story.
That's incredible.
But then your story, what happened with you going into the 76 Olympics? What happened? Just you tell me the story.
Well, Steve, I was the ABA champion. I boxed for England. They chose me as their representing the team.
Yep.
When the team was selected, I was not in the team. Uproar. Now remember, I was the ABA champion,
and a good one at that. You weren't like a lucky one. You were top ABA champion.
I was the top ABA champion. I, beat everybody. Boxed international. Beat Ronnie Shields in Albert Hall.
Great American.
Yeah, great American. Yeah.
So why weren't you selected for the team? Who was in the selection instead of you?
Chris Davis.
And
I'll never forget that.
And his father
was the team captain. Steve, don't get me going.
You can't invent it,
Don't get me going.
You couldn't.
No. You could not invent it. It's a wonderful story. I mean, in the end, it all worked out great
because there was a bit of a public outcry.
Big controversy, yeah, obviously. And I went to Olympics.
So you went off to Montreal.
I did.
Well, carry on telling the story then, because I know you want to.
Okay.
let me just stop with a minute, Clint.
Yeah,
My producer's looking at me and he thinks I'm being rude to you. Let me just explain. I'm not being rude. I know him. I'm allowed to be rude to him. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Because he's panicking.
It's all right.
Because when you get guessing,
don't worry.
when you get guessing, you're meant to be all polite, but I don't need to be polite. For a start, you didn't bring me a book. All right? So I can
I'm not going to forget this, am I?
So tell me what happens when you get to 1976 Montreal.
Right, Montreal, right? Oh, I can remember it now as if it was yesterday. All these great athletes around me, Olympic team, Charlie Magri, Ron Davis, everybody, it was all there. Colin Jones, you name it, those guys, yeah. Sylvester Mitty.
Yeah, Sylvie.
We had some great times. And I remember I won my first fight against, I think it was a Puerto Rican, can't remember his name. And then I was selected to fight Sugar Ray Leonard.
What a bad
Sugar Ray Leonard, can you believe that? Anyway, I remember, Steve, I was walking up to the ring, and Leonard was on that side, and I was on that side. I won't say this over the radio, but we're both walking down to the ring, and I looked over, and I saw these punches, shadow boxing, giving it all that shuffling, and I looked over, and I looked on my face, I went, oh my, I didn't say, I'm going to say, oh my God, right, that sounds better, yeah? And I looked at him, and I shook my head, and I went, wow. But listen, I don't know if it was fear or what, but I rose to the occasion.
You did rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I rose to the occasion.
You pushed him, and he's on record as saying that you really did push him. You gave him a fight, mate.
Yeah, we had a great fight. Yeah.
He went on to win the gold medal and win it in style. He wanted to become a superstar. You turned pro later. Did you turn pro with Mickey Duff and Co. and Lawless and stuff? Or?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah.
So did you train over at the Royal Oak with all of them, or did you do a lot of your training still in South London?
No, I stayed in South London.
That's what I
had my own thing going on.
Yeah.
You know, I was, being successful, training hard.
Yeah.
I went over to George Francis a few times to spar with Cornelius Bose Edwards and
Whoever was there, yeah.
whoever was there, yeah. And that was good sparring sessions.
But you didn't feel like you had to go over there?
No.
It's a big upheaval, man.
Well, it was at the time. The journey was long, and and I felt I was fairly confident in myself that I knew enough to sort of look after myself and win titles.
And win titles you did.